So to make a kitchen measure up, there's a little bit of prep work we've got to do. Number one, get some containers, and I'm talking perhaps large cardboard boxes or 30-gallon size plastic trash bags, or you might just use what you have. You know, you don't have to buy a single thing to streamline a kitchen. When I did my own kitchen, I used doubled up paper grocery bags. I had about 450 stuffed between my cupboard and my fridge. So use what you have, but you do need containers. You need them for charity items, you need them for trash, someplace else items, and to file. And you may need them for, if you've got a motorhome, you might want to have a motorhome container. If you've got a child going off to college, you might want a college box. If you've got a cabin or a second home, you might have a cabin or second home box. It all depends on what your lifestyle and needs are, but you do have to have some containers, basic trash, charity, someplace else, and to file. And you'll want to label those containers. You'll need several of them, especially someplace else containers. A someplace else item is a keeper that you have found in the room you're working in, and for instance, for our purposes, the kitchen. But it doesn't belong in the kitchen, it belongs somewhere else in the home. So rather than try to put a someplace else item away, because you can't put it away, away's already full, put it in the someplace else box. And you will accumulate a lot of those boxes, so you need to have someplace in the home, an out of the way room, corner of a garage or basement, down a hallway wall, someplace where your someplace else containers can accumulate. When you need something from a someplace else container, you'll just go to it, fish through the boxes or the bags, find the item, use it, and when you're done, put it back in the someplace container. I know you're going to want to try to put it away, but honestly, don't do that. You'll get sidetracked, and you really don't have a logical away yet. So just trust me on this. Again, trash, charity, someplace else, and to file. Now, what do I mean by to file? In every kitchen I've worked in, all over the United States, I have found fileable material lining the bottom of kitchen drawers. Anything from the kitchen warranty, or I mean the refrigerator warranty, to photos and homework, school papers that should have been sent back last week. To file material all over. So put them in a box and they'll be safe till you can take care of them properly. Okay, so part of prep, get your containers and label them. Step two, part of our prep, you need to create a wants and needs list. You know, as you work in your kitchen and you start to get the clutter out, you're going to see things that you never saw before. Clutter kind of obscures our view. And so all of a sudden you're going to see, oh my goodness, we've got a broken door handle here, a broken cupboard. The cupboard isn't on track. You'll see things that need to be fixed, and you'll maybe want to then add some things to help your kitchen measure up. So keep track of those things, write them down, a wants and needs list. Another part of prep is to decide on the centers that you want in your kitchen. That's what we're going to do to make it measure up. We're going to load your keepers back into your kitchen in specific centers. What do I mean by centers? Well, that is really what happens in the kitchen. In other words, we'll have a cooking center. If you bake, we'll have a baking center. We'll have maybe a lunch center if you've got people in the home that take a sack lunch. We will have a pantry because you've got food that needs to be put away in the kitchen. Just a few center ideas. If you have family that likes to quilt or do scrapbooking or anything at the kitchen table, you may even want those centers in your kitchen, scrapbooking or quilting or whatever. So you think about your lifestyle, what you want to have happen, and then those become your centers. So in a little notebook, write them down. So after you've got your centers listed in your little notebook, you know what you want to have happen in your kitchen, then it's time to take a walk through your kitchen and assign those centers. In other words, make some labels, if you would, and put them on the right cupboards and drawers. And we're going to go over how to do that I'm going to walk you through step by step how to choose the best places for the cooking center, for the baking center, and so on, according to your kitchen layout. So don't worry about that. You'll have plenty of help. And we'll even talk about what goes into your centers to make them work best for you. And you know, this is a good time to talk about the different kitchen layouts. Now, Dan and Kathy's kitchen is an adaptation of an L shape. That's one kind of kitchen layout. Another is galley. Another is the U shape. And then finally we have the one wall kitchen. And yours will be one of those basic layouts or an adaptation thereof. So we've chosen our centers, and now it's time, brace yourself, this is the biggie. It's time to empty the kitchen out. Yes, every nook, every cranny, every cupboard, every drawer, off the windowsill, off the backsplashes, and even off the kitchen door. We're going to empty it all out. And as you do so, do yourself a favor. Group like items together. So as you empty out, say, your cupboard where all your tableware is, well, set it someplace all together. As you empty out the cupboards that have all the canned goods and the food or whatever, put them in one central location. So as you empty things out, put things kind of grouped together. This is going to help you immensely when we get to reloading your keepers back into your center locations. Trust me on that one. And then finally, part of our prep work, last step here, vacuum and wipe out your cupboards and your drawers. If you want to, this would be the time to lay new shelf paper. That's totally up to you. But get it all clean and shiny and ready to go. And we are then really ready to start the streamlining that's going to help you create a kitchen that measures up.